You're listening to Three Kitchens Podcast, a member of the Alberta Podcast Network, locally grown, community supported. Now let's get cooking, 'cause I'm starving.
Do you ever feel like just a number? A digit, a denominator, a decimal, another cog in the big bank machine, waiting on hold, online, never on time, and always on your dime. Like your worth is only calculated by your net worth. In a world full of numbers, it's nice to know there's a place where you're not one. Connect First Credit Union. Bank on a brighter future.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Three Kitchens Podcast. I am your host, Sarah Somasundaram, and I am here with Erin Walker and Heather Dyer. Good morning, ladies.
Hello.
Good morning.
We're trying our best to sound chirpy.
Chirpy.
First day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to mess this week up. My children have been correcting me constantly. And
like what? Getting the day wrong?
Yeah.
Forgetting
I just keep
stuff?
getting the day wrong. And I just know because all of our extracurricular activities are starting up this week. And I've already got the wrong day in my head. I just know I'm going to be doing the, oh my God, it's not actually Tuesday, it's Wednesday kind of thing. And running out of my house like a crazed woman.
At least you have extracurricular activities. I'm so behind the game. I haven't even registered them in anything.
Oh.
And now I'm starting to think maybe we just won't, you know?
Yeah, take it easy. It's all...
Yeah.
Why
do they
bother
need
if
to
you
do
don't
so many
have to?
things? Yeah.
Something new and exciting at Three Kitchens?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
talk about it, because then I'm going to tell the listeners what happened to my nails as a result of it.
Oh, as a result of it. Anything to
We
blame
have been
it.
working Sarah so hard. Heather and I are just slave drivers here over in our kitchens. No,
We are. We took a break, but we didn't really take a break.
No, this summer was not spent
That's right.
relaxing.
We were so busy.
Oh, who's gonna talk about it?
We built a website. Oh, maybe by now you've seen it. We're not sure when this episode will come out, but if you haven't yet, threekitchenspodcast.com.
Ding, ding, ding.
And it's got tons and tons of written recipes. Typed recipes.
We have compiled a bunch of our recipes and we're working to get all of them up there. But Sarah is so slow because of her nails.
So slow because of my nails that if you look at the videos, the upcoming videos of me making food, and hopefully I can avoid putting my nails in it, I ripped all my fake nails off. And they're so ugly right now. Yes, I shouldn't have done that, but I was frustrated and I was working late at night because that's what time I like to do work at, and they all came off.
And she still hasn't finished all our recipes. Can you believe it? God,
You have no excuse
Sarah.
now.
Do you know how complicated my recipes are, which is why I'm coming into today's episode with a very simple one, because I don't even have to think about writing this one up.
And she doesn't want to have to type it later for the blog.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
You know, there's something to that because some of them are really like complicated.
Complicated, man.
Yeah.
I'm kind of having fun going back and trying to remember what I did and what modifications I made, because we don't always follow the recipes to a T.
Almost never.
I'm looking
actually.
at you, Heather.
Yeah. It's true. That's true. And I would say for all of us, at some point, something gets changed, whether it's a substitute because we couldn't get our hands on an ingredient, or maybe it's a method that we particularly like, or something in the recipe didn't actually work and so we had to change it. That happens to me all the time. I can't get whatever the instructions say doesn't work for me, and so I make up my own way.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're trying to put our wisdom.
Yeah.
We call it the Three Kitchens Zhuzh.
That's
the Three
right.
Kitchens Zhuzhed recipes.
Zhuzh it up.
So go check it out.
When you're looking for food and inspiration in your kitchen, bookmark our website And while you're cooking it, follow along. Listen to us.
Yeah, you can listen to all the episodes on there as well.
We'll be your friends in your kitchen, and then you can write us back and tell us what you did,
you can leave comments.
You didn't.
Tell us how you zhuzh it up.
We want to be in your kitchen. We just want to invite ourselves over. Yeah. We're that terrible friend that's like, hey, what are you making? Oh, I'll be there in 5.
we don't even give a 5-minute warning.
Ding
we just show up.
Hi, what are you cooking? What's for dinner?
What's for dinner?
Yep, that's pretty much, just think of it that way. Not weird at all.
No.
And there will be a few recipes along the way that have not been in episodes and not been in the podcast at all.
Right.
So you'll find some other things that we like to cook too. And go, I don't know, make them and tell us what you think. Yeah. There you go. So Sarah's going simple.
I'm not even going Sarah simple. I'm going simple. I'm going.
How many Sarah heads does this have?
This doesn't even have this is not a Sarah rating.
One Sarah head.
We'll be the judge, Erin. We will be the judge. Because sometimes she tells us this and then we're like, no, I don't think so. So let's see.
Okay, this is as simple as this. Get a bunch of chicken thighs. If you prefer chicken breasts, go for it. Slice them up. I prefer them sliced instead of chopped. You add sugar into this. You add soy sauce into this. And then a whole bunch of garlic that's minced. And then you go to a Korean store, or you know what? I've seen it at Safeway and I've seen it at Superstore. And you get this thing called gochujang. It's an essential in your... What?
Sorry.
I just got it at Safeway.
It's already not simple when you go
simple.
to the Korean store next.
All right. Sorry. You don't have to go to the Korean store. It's just about everywhere. And it's such a wonderful thing to have in your fridge.
I think I have gochujang in my fridge already.
Yeah. And what it is a sweet chili Korean paste. It's really delicious. Can't really substitute that with anything, in my opinion. Right? It's just such a delicious paste. And then you take it and you put it into your chicken. You slice up some onions. You mix that all up. And all you do is you take that whole mixture and you put it into a pot and you boil it.
Was there? Oh yeah,
fry, boil it, boil it, right? Like you don't put a lot of liquid in because you're going to use this for tacos or you can put this between burger buns or you can just put this over rice. And so when I say easy, like this is like, you don't have to slice up the onions and fry them first and then put the garlic in and then put the chicken in. You put everything in together into a pot, cover it. And not much splatter because you're putting a lid over it and you're just using one pan. See?
Okay, it does sound simple.
Yeah, all right. It's not Sarah simple.
I give you a little hard time about the ingredient, but...
It's gochujang. Everybody should have gochujang by now. Gochujang's all the rage.
I do not. All the rage. You know I'm not cool or trendy. Like, let's not pretend I am.
Ooh, does the gochujang in my fridge make me trend me?
That's right.
Cool.
You're hot.
So cool.
You're so hot right now, Erin. You're so hot.
the coming in of the nerd status and the gochujang. Look at this. I'm just flying high.
So I think I'm going to serve this to you guys on a tortilla with cheese. A little bit of cheese, not too much.
Yeah, this does sound tasty.
You can make it as complicated then on top of that if you want to add like spring onions on it, if you want to put some sour cream on it, it's all up to you.
Ooh.
We're just
Is
doing
this
the
like
basic.
Korean chicken taco?
Yeah, kind of. But tortilla, I would call it a quesadilla almost.
Oh.
Okay.
But again, you don't have to make quesadillas with this. You can just put this on rice and eat it.
Sounds good.
Start of October with a few simple meals because it's getting busy, right? It's busy again.
Yeah. Well,
Erin's sounds busy. Like good for a night where I'm trucking my kids around to something I forgot.
Exactly.
And it's packable for lunches.
I like the idea of putting this on rice because when I fall behind, I will get like a yogurt tub, toss the rice in, put the chicken on top, and in the car we go.
I like that idea.
Because you have to eat before we go to your activity that we forgot about.
There you go. Perfect meal for that.
This sounds great. I'm sure the kids are going to love it. So where did the inspiration for this recipe come from, Sarah?
Hunger.
Oh, okay.
I think that's where all her cravings and hunger, that's where Sarah's inspiration comes from. Yes. I'd say for most
hunger
of us.
And not having time. Very nice, tasty, but not too spicy, not too out there kind of dish. So
I'm always looking for stuff to put in I don't even know what you call it. You know, when you take the tortilla and then you put the stuff in the quadrants of it and you fold it.
Yeah,
and then you brown it.
That's what I'm gonna do for the video.
Oh, perfect. I love that.
We'll be back with the reviews and the exact measurements of the ingredients.
Something. That's called the recipe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what they call it.
That's what oh, right.
See, this is why we're allowed to have a website now.
Because we know a couple things. This episode of Three Kitchens is brought to you by Alberta Blue Cross. Alberta Blue Cross understands that running a small business is tough, and they understand business owners in Alberta are busy.
Let Alberta Blue Cross give you peace of mind with a group benefit plan. They offer health, dental, life, and disability coverage for your employees.
Alberta Blue Cross group benefit plans are easy to manage, anywhere, anytime, and on any device, making it easy for you and your employees to access. To learn more and explore your options, head to ab.bluecross.ca. Okay, we are back with hopefully full bellies after that.
Well, not quite full enough. I could have eaten more. Yeah,
I gave you 2 big ones, I thought, but oh well.
Apparently, we're heavy eaters, Heather, in comparison to Sarah's family.
No. You know what? It was plenty big. I just loved it so much. But nice. Tell us how you made it first.
Okay, so go out, you get 6 chicken thighs. So this is based on 6 chicken thighs. Again, you can use 6 chicken breasts if you'd like. And I slice them. I like slices. You can chop them up.
When you slice them, Sarah, because when you unwrap the chicken thigh, it's kind of longer one way.
Yes.
And thinner another way. It's like rectangular. So do you go the shortest distance or the longest distance?
I slice on the shorter side, but you can do this. That's what I'm talking about. This is the versatility that this dish has because it just came out of my head. It's not out of some pro chef's like, oh, you got to do it this way because there's science behind it.
Like there's grain to the, know, like, yeah.
Well, whatever you're doing right. So call yourself a pro chef and give it whatever reason you want.
And we like to know exactly what you did because we want to be able to recreate it.
All right, cool.
This is the thing, replication.
That sounds good. And I like thin slices for my chicken, just because some people like to pack in their tortillas or pack a whole bunch of meat on their rice. Some people don't. So the smaller the cut, the better for me.
Plus it cooks quick,
cooks quicker.
Just whip it up.
So you put this in a bowl, sliced thighs, 1 large onion sliced, 3 to 4 cloves of garlic minced. I say 3 to 4. Obviously, I put 4. I would put 5. I would put 6 because I love garlic. 1 teaspoon of sugar. Now, I didn't put sugar in your one that I served you guys. I have something called honey powder that I found in a Korean store, which I love. I love the honey powder. It looks like sugar.
Never heard of this.
It's a lot milder and it's very tasty. And every time I see sugar in a recipe, I just put honey powder in it.
So is it like somehow dehydrated
honey?
Honey?
Yeah. It is so yummy.
Oh, that's so yummy.
And it's granulated, so it's, easy to deal with. And it doesn't stick like brown sugar.
Cool.
But if you can't find it, 1 teaspoon of sugar. If you do find that stuff, just keep it in your pantry. You'll finish it up in no time.
Buy 2 boxes is what you're saying.
Yeah. 2 to 4 tablespoons of gochujang. I say 2 to 4 because if you really are not into spice, then you wouldn't go for the 4 tablespoons. However, gochujang is such a weird thing because it's not that kind of heat that lingers on your tongue. It's very sweet. So you might like the 4 tablespoons of gochujang.
How many did you use for this?
I used 3 to begin with, and I made a batch for my kids, and then I added an extra little bit of gochujang for your batch. So it's about 4 for you guys.
Okay, because we want to replicate. We want to know how much.
Okay. and then 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. So all this is in the bowl.
Sorry, was it dark soy sauce?
No,
or
it's just the regular soy sauce.
Okay.
And all you do is just mix it up. And then you take a pan or a saucepan with something that has a lid on it. You pour some oil on the saucepan. You put your mixture on, let it sizzle for a bit, just maybe 2 or 3 minutes. And then you add a little bit of water if you'd like chicken stock, but make sure there's no salt in it or anything like that. And then just cover it and let it cook. Stir it a few times, let it cook. Salt to taste at the end. Let it cook through, and then you turn it off of the heat and you add a teaspoon of roasted sesame oil and you mix that in. And that's basically it. Now what you do with this is up to you. So we did tortillas where I put a tortilla on, toasted it on a pan. I put the chicken filling on it. I put some grated cheese on it and I folded it and then sort of toasted the other side of that fold.
Right.
And that's what came to you. What you can also do is you could add spring onions into this. You could add, if you guys love kimchi, this would be so good with fried kimchi. Like fried kimchi would be so great in it.
Yeah. I would even say you could put rice in it. Like if you had some fried rice in there.
Yeah. So I've had this just on a bowl of rice and eaten it. I think it's one of those things where you're like, I don't want to spend a lot of time cooking today and I don't know what to do. And have your gochujang in your fridge. And then you're good to go. So
yeah, this is a super versatile recipe. Like do this with the chicken and then put that chicken on whatever you want.
Whatever you want, yeah.
Maybe with salad.
Yeah.
Or
noodles.
quinoa. Or
yeah, like you could even make like lettuce wraps with this. Get some of those thin noodles.
Yes, absolutely.
Ooh, put it in salad rolls.
Ooh.
Sorry, there were a lot of like sounds.
Oh yeah. Okay. We obviously loved it.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah, I think it was a winner.
And I really like the spice level. That's why I wanted to know like exactly what you put in there, because I thought it was, like you said, it was not like overpowering or like too spicy. To me it was like perfect. Perfect spice. So I loved it.
Erin, what did you think about the spice level?
Oh, absolutely great. There was nothing to complain about. I took this home and I didn't eat it right away that night. I put it in my fridge. And the next day, mid-morning, I was like, oh, I have my tortillas. I popped it in my toaster oven and I toasted it for a couple minutes until it all heated through. Oh my God. So good, Sarah. And just heat it up like that the second day. Yeah.
Winner. I gobbled mine immediately, so I didn't save it for later. Oh. Yeah. So what kind of cheese did you put in it?
I put a Tex-Mex mix.
Oh, okay.
Mexican
I didn't
cheese
actually notice cheese, but I wasn't like trying to dissect.
I didn't put a lot of cheese, but
Heather put it in just, one whole bite.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't help it. I was like, after one bite, I was like, gobble, gobble, gobble.
Gobble,
it was
gobble,
gone.
Gobble. You know what I would love to try with this recipe? If you guys are a fan of pork belly, I think that this would work perfectly with the pork belly, except I would cut the pork belly into smaller squares so that it'll cook up nice. I would do that with lettuce wraps because that would be delicious. And we have Korean barbecues outside in the summer, so this might be the way I just do the little sort of Korean barbecue light during the winters.
Pseudo barbecue. I immediately, I wanted to text him, be like, can I get this recipe like in advance? Can I get the sneak peek? Because I wanted to make it like right away. And then I remembered I didn't have the gochujang, and so I have to.
Oh, right. It's in Safeway.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay. Question on the side, because I have a couple different pastes from things I've made from you before.
Okay.
How would gochujang compare to toban chili paste?
No. So toban chili paste is bean.
Oh.
And it's got bean in it and it's slightly fermented.
Yeah.
So it's very different.
Okay.
So the chili that gochujang is, it's smoked chili, and then it's got a sweetness in it. And it's got other ingredients, like I think they have put sesame oil in it. And so it's a very smoky, sweet just chili. And
chili.
gochujang is like a bean chili and almost fermented, so it's a little bit different. Actually, very different in my opinion.
Hey, you could try it though, Erin. You could try it and make your own version of this.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, I'm going to make a eggplant dish today with gochujang.
Okay.
Very much the same way. But instead of putting it all in a bowl together, you just sort of fry it up lightly in oil on a pan, and then you put your veggies or fish or meat on top of that. So you sort of activate the gochujang, and then you kind of put everything else and then mix it. And it's very, very yummy, but it's very salty. So you don't want to use too much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, toban is very salty, I've noticed. So like I will use a very small amount and it goes very far. I will have it forever because you don't need much of it because it is just very salty, like you say. These are all great learning moments for me as Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah. I think I know what I'm going to get you guys for Christmas now.
A whole list of condiments to put in the fridge?
No, I think I'm going to get you guys a
key to her house.
Oh, a key to her spice pantry,
so that we can access the spice pantry. Is exactly right, Heather. See, you're on my brainwave.
Before I go like looking for ingredients for recipes, I'm always texting Sarah, "Do you have this in the spice pantry?" Just in case, because I know it's like overflowing with stuff.
It is overflowing. I gotta go.
Stuff.
Yeah, I gotta go organize that again. Once again. But it's always nice because it inspires me to cook. Yeah, glad you guys enjoyed the food. I hope make some and post it.
Thank you for creating a recipe for us, Sarah.
Yeah, this is a Three Kitchens original, guys.
A Sarah original. Put it on the blog. Everybody, you can look on threekitchenspodcast.com.
That's right.
On the blog, it will be there.
Yep.
As long as Sarah gets it written up.
It'll be there.
Yeah, it's going on my meal planning list.
Oh yeah, I don't have a meal plan list, but I'm going to keep it in mind. I'm going to make it for sure. Yum, yum. And now for the fine print. Join us over on the socials, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Pinterest, and on our website at threekitchenspodcast.com. And remember, when you like, follow, subscribe, and review, it helps more people find us. Thank you so much for listening.
But Sarah is so slow because of her nails.